open letter has been written to Governor Godwin Obaseki on his refusal to donate land for Ruga in Edo State because he has said it in February, there's no land for Ruga, and someone is writing him. And let's hear what the letter contains. I write this letter to express my thoughts on a recent statement you made where you declared that you won't give land to herdsmen for grazing in Edo State. In view of the security situation in Nigeria, the best way to restrict the movement of herdsmen and their cattle is by giving them a grazing area. With a grazing area, you will ensure that only registered herdsmen graze their cattle in Edo State. In my opinion, your recent statement was unnecessary as it may cause the herdsmen in your state to agitate, which may lead to crisis in Edo State. Not by force. I am of the opinion that not all herdsmen in Edo State are evil, hence the Edo State governor needs to be more lenient with them. Wonder shall never end. Is it by force? If somebody say I don't want to give you something, is it by force? Is it by force to give somebody land? Of course, this person might be writing, from the angle of, oh, just try to be diplomatic because these people are brutal, or because these people can do and undo. And you expect us to continue to live that kind of life. Whether the governor is serious about it or is playing to the gallery, is inconsequential. But that is exactly what the people want. And no matter how they think they are powerful because of the mandate being given to them as an elected officer or being a governor, be it governor or president, the people, when they come out in their number, they cannot stand. The government or the leaders or the so-called elected officer cannot stand. It's just because of our docility, and what is causing that? A lot of interest, a lot of things, be it a fear, because the so-called government has instilled fear in the hearts of people, and people who don't want to talk. But really, in a saner environment, when people come out and say this is what we want, the government has no choice than to do the right thing. So if the people, like I said, if the governor is even playing to the gallery, but the people say they don't want it, and there's nothing he's going to do about it, and come to think of it, it still buttresses the fact that the so-called Fulani herdsmen, we know the antecedents, we don't need to be saying it, but this person is just talking from the angle of fear. Yeah. If you don't know what to say, you better keep quiet. I see you at nothing but a paid Ruga disciple. Governor Obaseki knows more of the land problems communities in Edo State are facing. They are waging war against each other, fighting for land. Other nations of the world are talking of building industries. Since the coming of Buhari, the only uncivilized enterprise he is forcing on southern Nigeria is Ruga. Well spoken, cattle business is a personal business, not government concerned. The Fulani does not have regards for any act of leniency because as long as their food is in power, they think every land in Nigeria belongs to them, not minding cultural differences that are glaring as they cross from one region to another. Okay, the writer is mindless and wicked person. You are anti-Edo people. Please help your Fulani herdsmen to look for land elsewhere. You are an enemy. That is why you never wrote as a writer. The Fulani herdsmen and terrorism in Edo now is enough warning to Edo State Governor not to give land for Ruga. You people are tricksters. You people need land to build barracks for your Fulani jihadists who are already spread all over the landscape of Nigeria. Governor Obaseki cannot be cowed. For now, let us balance our security situation in Edo State before any other suggestions. You have written on what your mind suggested, but the atrocities going on highways have shown that many of them are carried out by them. So for now, let us not go there by any attempts of giving land from which they might start to strategize on populating the state with Ruga philosophy. We still talking about Ruga. If the government of Edo State say they will not give land for grazing, does not mean you cannot practice animal husbandry in Edo State. All you need to do is to buy land and start ranching your animal or livestock in the land you have bought. Simple. That is it. They are pushing these narratives, no matter how people see it. It is the narrative from the so-called northerners or from the presidency. They are just pushing the narrative. You can think that somebody just sitting down and just thinking all these things. It is what is there. They are looking for ways. They are looking for ways to make sure that the land is being given. I don't know if somebody says I will not give you land. Like somebody said, you go and buy land. It is a personal business. It is a private thing. But making it as if it is a national thing and making it a national career, it is what people will not want. And the violence of these people, it is what is even putting them in this trouble. And it's a deliberate because we cannot be lenient to them. If under the disguise of feeding your cattle, you carry out destruction of farmland, rape, kidnapping, killing, and so on, please go with your meat. One can survive without meat, but cannot without food. Fish is even richer and healthier beef meats. Okay? Fulanis and their tactics. Give them your father's land, if at all he has one. Obaseki's action is okay for us. We should empower our citizens to graze cattle. Those Fulani hoodlums in our forest should be flushed out with the help of vigilante and security agents. Grazing is personal business. Let the owners of the cow buy an open land and graze on it. No state in the south should release any land for these killers. Don't give your land. Foruga, if you do it, you're on your own. Okay, and a lot of people are coming for this person, calling him all sorts of names, and this is this is what the people from the other side they want, and that is why some people will now come as a way of advice. Okay, it's an open letter that you should do this and not stand on the ground that I will not give land. Let me ask you: is S a state business or private? I am into poultry. I need land in Dowsey. Open letter man, please write to governor of Jigawa, because if he doesn't, I will start to kidnap and kill people. Is that the right way? Stop promoting trouble by making demands that will never give peace. Okay. The truth of the matter is that I cannot go to the north and demand for land to do my business. It is not possible. Cattle rearing is an individual business. Do why do you ask why government to give out land for their personal business? They should buy one for themselves. God bless Obaseki for refusing to give land for private business. Allowing Fulanis among indigenous people is begging bagging big problem, or bringing big problem for the people. 400 grazing reserves in the north is enough. Let them be settled in the north. Must every state invest in herding business? Over 350 ethnic nationality in Nigeria. Why is the Fulani resettlement a case for all state governor? This is absolutely nonsense. Absolute nonsense. This enemy of Edo people, where do you come from? Advising Obaseki to give land instead of saying he does not have land. So guys, let's hear your opinion. Is this really ridiculous?